2024.4 introduces new features in scheduling, importing, event handlers, and more. You can now automatically schedule resources that are qualified outside of the project period. For example, you can assign instructors who have not yet been scheduled for their recurrent courses. The Select Request node dialog will now respect resource patterns, so, for example, you can enforce that the user needs to select a city rather than a country when specifying the location. This will ensure that travel time and cost configurations are correctly calculated. Let's move on to the importer improvements, which include some of the most exciting features in 2024.4. To prevent accidentally creating new entities or updating existing ones, the Update Already Existing Objects checkbox will now be initially blank. You'll have to either enable or disable the checkbox before continuing. Previously, every associated property in your system would appear upon upload, leaving you with hundreds of columns to scroll through. Now, only mapped properties in the initial upload will be shown in the property table when uploading a file to import entities into Mint, streamlining the view and importing process. Missing a property from your spreadsheet? No problem. Click the plus button on the right to add columns to the view for mapping. Moving on to event handlers, the Clean System Log Entries action will now support the use of wildcards for the category property, simplifying the process when clearing logs related to several categories. Additionally, the directory path property now supports server preference value placeholders in the file path. This placeholder, for example, could be used to create file paths that don't need to be updated from environment to environment, for example, test to prod. Our next improvement can be found in the report builder, exporting a query in JSON format. Our last feature is arguably our biggest and most anticipated, an overhaul of write permissions. To allow more control over what users can and can't do, we split the write permission into 3 different permissions: create, update, and delete. For more information on the 2024.4 features, visit your Mint manual.